So, I've got something really important for us to talk about today.
Okay. Yeah, you sound serious. What's going on?
It's what's happening in the Middle East, Maya. The tensions with Iran, they're escalating really, really fast. And I think a lot of people are seeing the headlines, but maybe not the bigger picture, you know?
Right. It feels like it came out of nowhere. So, can you just break it down? What's the latest? What are we actually seeing on the ground?
Okay, so over just the last few days, we've seen a major uptick. We're talking about military strikes, not just small skirmishes. And reports are coming in about missile activity, and both sides are on high alert. It's a really complex issue, but the bottom line is it feels much more volatile than it did even a week ago.
This isn't just a regional squabble. This is happening in one of the most strategically, important places on the planet.
Strategically important because of oil, right? Is that the main thing?
That's a huge part of it, a huge part. So just south of Iran, you have this tiny, tiny waterway on the map. It's called the Strait of Hormuz.
Right, I've heard of that.
Yeah, everyone's heard the name, but the scale is just mind-blowing. Something like a fifth of the entire world's daily oil supply passes through that little channel. A fifth, Maya. Tankers are constantly moving through there.
Wow, 1/5. So any disruption there is a global problem.
It's an immediate global problem, absolutely. The moment there's even a hint of instability, you see it. Energy markets get jittery, prices can spike. And governments all over the world, they start watching very, very closely because their economies depend on that steady flow.
Okay, so that's the economic angle. What about the military side of things? You said strikes.
Yeah, and that's the other big piece here. This is what analysts are really worried about right now. It's the escalation cycle.
The escalation cycle? What's that?
So, these things rarely go from 0 to 100, It's a pattern. One side takes an action, maybe a strike or a cyber attack. Then the other side feels it has to respond, maybe a little bit stronger to show they're not weak. And in that response then prompts another, bigger reaction.
Right, like a back and forth that just gets worse each time.
Exactly. It's a cycle. And in a region that's already packed with military forces, different alliances, and old rivalries, that cycle can spin out of control really, really fast. Things get complicated before anyone has a chance to really think it through.
So, is that where we are now, in that cycle?
It looks like we're definitely in it. The big question everyone is asking is, can it be broken? And that's where diplomacy comes in. Right now, you can bet there are frantic conversations happening behind the scenes. Countries, major powers trying to de-escalate things, trying to send messages back and forth to calm the situation down.
So there is a chance to pull back from this?
There's always a chance, but it's a really delicate moment. History shows us that these situations can go either way. They can stabilize through negotiation, or they can escalate further if one side miscalculates. So the next few days are absolutely critical, totally critical.
Wow. Okay. So, what are the main things we should be watching for, like the key indicators?
Great question. So I'd say there are three. First, do the military operations keep expanding or do they stay contained? That's number one. Second, what happens in that Strait of Hormuz? Do the shipping lanes stay open and secure? That's a huge tell. And third, we need to watch the language, the official statements from all sides. Do they start to sound more open to talks or do they get more aggressive? The tone really, really matters.
Right, the public posturing.
Exactly. It's all connected, The military moves, the economic impact, and the diplomatic talk. It's a reminder of just how interconnected everything is. A problem in one narrow strait can affect gas prices, in Ohio. It's the modern world.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in. It really puts things in perspective.
It really does. And for now, the situation's changing by the hour. We're getting new updates constantly.
Okay, well, We'll definitely keep following all the developments, and we'll be sure to bring our listeners the information that matters most as this unfolds.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us here on Buzz Blast News. Stay informed, stay curious.
And stay buzzed.